Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. We did discuss about the general understanding of Sun transit in the sign of Virgo. It is very important to understand that Virgo is the second house from the Sun, from the solar zodiac sign of Leo. So when Sun moves, it is like Sun has moved out of his home and therefore the king is now there to perform his duties. King has to face challenges through Virgo and Libra and then in Scorpio until it reaches the sign of Sagittarius, where the king has to understand his dharma, and then in Capricorn, the king fulfill his duties and perform the prarabdha. So Virgo is that part of the king's journey where the king is assessing the enemies, the loopholes, it is bringing the defects out in the open so that you correct it. This is the time to pay more attention to the areas where we have ignored in our life. It is the time to focus more towards the noisy areas, the disturbed areas of life, so that we can actually bring them to some answer, some conclusion, and we can solve the issues. Because Sun moving in the 6th house is a very strong and powerful transit, let's understand for each ascendant, and this is as per sidereal Vedic astrology. This is as per your Lagna ascendant. How is this transit going to behave? But you can also watch this for your moon sign because, well, moon reflects the light of the sun. So all sun transit are equally important when watched with respect to your moon sign, which is your Rashi. And even if you don't know your ascendant, you can simply watch the transit with respect to the moon sign. But the difference is that ascendant transits are more like what will happen in real life, what might happen, it gives you an idea about that. Whereas moon-based transits will talk more about how you will feel about that transit. For example, a sun transit is saying there will be rain, but moon transit will talk about how will you experience the rain. Will you be happy on that day or will you be irritated? The good thing is to club both of them to get a full picture about how the transit will play out, and then you can map it on your horoscope, Dasha Mahadasha, that will give you the total picture. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss another update. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook for reels, interesting stuff, and Telegram. I have a Telegram channel where I am planning to upload videos in a very short format, different from all other social media, and all links to all videos will also be uploaded there. Let's get connected on all platforms and spread the word of Vedic astrology. Let's start ascendant-wise analysis. Aries ascendant. Now in case of Aries ascendant, Sun will move in your 6th house. This is the 5th lord going in 6th house. So this is the time to practically apply your knowledge in the field of work. People looking for higher education, for growth prospects will see some positive movement happening in their life. This is also the time when you have to be very careful how you are fighting your enemies, your competition, because you need to follow the path of healthy competition. Politics in workplace can be a problem. Deal with things diplomatically. If you are going to face a situation where there are health issues, you need to follow the holistic lifestyle. Also, for a healthy individual, it is recommended to change your lifestyle and move from sedentary to an active lifestyle. 5th lord is also associated with children. So you may see that there can be some concern that you may have to face with respect to your children, your children's education, their behavior, their health. So just take precautions on that matters. For students, this is the right time to put all your attention in areas which you find hard so that you can actually understand the loopholes, the gaps, and you can cover them. 6th house also talks about any disputes, any litigation. Try to avoid any ego. Ego-related battles will only further escalate into a negative situation. 6th house Sun will aspect 12th house, and 12th house is ruled by Pisces. Therefore, praying to Bhagwan Narayan, chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and helping the needy, helping the poor are some of the ways by which you can make this Sun transit in the 6th house a literally powerful transit. Taurus Ascendant. Sun rules your 4th house, therefore it rules your happiness. And the Sun goes in the 5th house. This is the power to express what you have in your heart. This is the time when you can build properties. This is the time when you can learn more things about yourself. This is also the time when you will get to know what makes you happy, what improves your confidence, what can make your personality more brighter, more positive, that can radiate optimism. 4th Lord in 5th house is a big Raj Yoga. Try to use this by learning and gathering information. This is also the time when you show gratitude and humbleness, because Sun in the 5th house can really charge your body, give you the power. So with great power comes great responsibility. You should show humbleness and chant Aditya Hriday Stotra every day. Tension related to mother's health can be resolved during this time, and students will see some good boost. And students and individuals who are trying to gather more information, who are trying to enroll into certifications, should try to wake up before sunrise and at least do Surya Namaskar. The power is going to be centered, and this power should be utilized for positive and optimistic purposes. Soul realignment, trying to bring your body close to the nature, in sync with the nature, and spiritual growth are some of the positive side of this Sun transit. You will be able to express, and your expression will also be more effective. When you are communicating, don't show any ego. This is also a good time for marriage and solving marriage related issues. But because of the presence of other planets, especially a debilitated and combust Venus, you have to be slightly careful that your knowledge and the pride of your knowledge should not overshadow your own existence. Don't be skeptical about your actions. Decide with practical intentions and tread carefully. And if you do that, and if you are humble, you will see success. Gemini Ascendant. Sun rules your 3rd house, and this Sun moves in the 4th house. This means your efforts will be too much towards your mother's asset, towards your health, wealth, family, asset, vehicles, properties. That means something is happening in that area that is keeping you on the toes. So you need to watch for any emergencies, you need to watch for any negative situation in life that can make you unhappy, that can make you surprised, and your attention is needed, your efforts are needed. But if you're ready to be involved in such matters, if you're ready to be proactive, and if you are not procrastinating, if you're not delaying things, then you will be in a much better situation to control the situations of life. This is definitely not a negative transit, but when Sun is in the 4th house, which is naturally the time of the night, this is quite a confusing time. So you may have some you may face disturbance while sleeping in the night. Your mind will be more active during the night rather than the day, and that can create health related issues. Try to refrain from doing any serious mental activity unless you are supposed to do so during the night time. Chant Gayatri Mantra and Aditya Hriday Stotra and be more humble. 4th house is the house of heart, and Sun being in that house shows the heart of gold. Try to bring more and more love in your life. Try to bring more and more compassion, and also show compassion towards animals, towards nature. And this will bring enlightenment in your heart, in your Anahat chakra. Do Lotus Mudra every day, and that will also help you heal any career or relationship related issues and avoid ego. An egocentric relationship approach will only bring tensions and problems in family. Cancer Ascendant. Sun rules your 2nd house, and it moves in the 3rd house. Therefore, Sun is doing the Bhavad Bhavam, 2nd Lord, in 2nd house from itself. This is the time of power. This is the time of responsibility. Try to refrain from any fight, a battle between brothers, cousins. Your actions may seem to be very aggressive to people, and it may make you more or show you more dominant. If that happens, it can create tensions between equally placed partners, life partners. Take that into consideration while you're speaking and while you are communicating your heart and your message. This is a good time otherwise to shine bright, Sun directly showers its blessings to the ninth house. Therefore, this is the time when you can make your own destiny. This is also the time when you will be desperately trying to change the situation of your life and come out of a difficult situation. And when you take the matters in your own hand, you will see that the life will give you an opportunity to do something about your career, about your situation. Chanting Gajendra Moksha during this time and praying to Bhagwan Narayan, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam will help you in your difficult time. Just that when you are chanting the name, chant with full humbleness. This is the time to be grounded and be receptive of the positive vibrations and the positive energies and not show your strength in a very impractical form, in a very demeaning form. Otherwise, Sun transit in the third house will be exceptionally brilliant for Cancer ascendant natives because Sun also rules your wealth. You will see that your wealth will improve and you will be out of your financial problems, or at least you will get a way to solve that financial issues. Leo ascendant. You are ruled by Sun and you will experience a retrograde Saturn in the 6th and a retrograde Jupiter in the 8th. Sun will move from your first house to second house where it will encounter Mercury, it will encounter Venus after 24th of September. So definitely this is a power-packed position in the second house, but because of one exalted and retrograde, one debilitated and combust planet, this can create family-related issues. This can create allergy or especially related to food. You will see that your words will be misinterpreted during this time. And this is one transit that might affect personal area, and your involvement in your personal life will take away your attention from the career. So be careful. Especially settlement of dispute, inheritance related issues, tax related issues should be dealt with caution and with careful observation. Maybe you can take a help of a financial advisor. This is a good time when Lagna Lord moves in the second house. But remember, second house is also the house that can entangle you into day-to-day problems, day-to-day activity, and you won't even realize when the time will pass. So have that mindset where on one hand you are resolving day-to-day issues, but on the other hand you are also focusing on your happiness, your growth and spiritual upliftment. Virgo ascendant. Sun will come in your first house along with Mercury and Venus after 24th, and Sun rules your 12th house. So any matter related to foreign country, if you are going to find a work in an MNC, if you want to go for overseas travel, if your career is related to goods and services, exchange of goods and services, export and import, you will see some good boost during this time. But however, your personal confusion about your life situation can make you take wrong decisions. So you might need some guidance, some help. So don't refrain from taking help and don't sit on the problem, rather be very active towards finding a right solution. Also, first house represents your overall health, overall guidance, and when Sun goes there, it highlights everything about you. So if something you were trying to hide might also come into vision. So be very careful on that angle. This is not the time to be secretive. This is the time to be a guiding light, and you will see that you will be providing help to many people. You will be providing suggestions to many people. So when somebody comes for help, don't ignore that angle because you are supposed to do that. This may also increase some medical expenses, so take that into consideration. Try to ignore any reflection of personality that can be egoistic. Otherwise, it can create marriage related issue, relationship issues. Relationship can break because of one ego battle. Anger should be controlled, and when you are showing your strength, remember whom you are showing, because if it is demeaning to other person, then it will hamper your confidence and it can bring bad luck to you. If you are having a Sun Rahu, Sun Ketu, Sun Saturn conjunction, then this is the right time to find solution for that. Doing mantra jap related to Surya and chanting Surya Gayatri mantra will be extremely beneficial for you. But overall, this is the time for soul realignment and major transformation, and you can do it right now because now Sun makes you enlightened and gives the light to every area of your life. Libra Ascendant. Sun rules your 11th house and the Sun will move in the 12th house. 12th house is the house of expense. This is the time when you have to be very careful about any defamation, about your image and reputation going bad because of you showing ego, you doing things that you are not supposed to do. So take care of your actions and don't trust anyone blindly. Take everything with caution and be as practical as you can. Definitely, this is the time when there can be some extramarital affairs in certain cases. Obviously, about you, it has to be seen from your chart. There can be relationship-related issues. People trying to apply for visa or going to a different country might experience some hurdles. But any short trip planned, any small leisure trip planned for some peace of mind, for a change, is not only going to be helpful for your life, but will also give you that mental relief. Definitely, this is the time to let go of certain things. There can be some contacts that can betray you. There can be certain friends that will go away. They may part ways. You have to adjust to all those because remember, Ketu is in your first house and the theme is moksha. So there is a lot of things that will change the way you perceive the world, especially when Sun going in the 12th house and then moving into your first house later in October. This is the time when you have to be very careful about your investments, especially how you're spending your money, because your entire income can be spent and you will realize that you are left with very few amount of savings. Invest your money in a way that it gets locked into safe instruments. And when you're dealing with people, always understand their point of view. Try to be more giving and try to share your experience with your friends and family, and you will see that this transit will be absolutely good and life-changing because this is the time when you will get to know what to let go. Scorpio Ascendant. For Scorpio Ascendant, Sun rules your 10th house and Sun will move in your 11th house. This is a brilliant time because this gives you more opportunity to shine in your career, find a new way in your life, build your career, improve your income, find a new source of income, follow your passion. You will also see that you will be associating with bigger people which are having a lot of power. Your boss and your supervisors will support you and you can expect promotion or at least anything that can allow or propel you towards that goal, that success. But when everything comes in your way, you also have to be more practical. You also will have to be more giving. You will also have to work really hard. So it's not going to be served on the platter, but given that you are putting your enough efforts, you will see that you will be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. This may also alter some of your expectations from life. So be ready to let some things go and accept few things. If you're accepting, accommodating and humble, this transit will give you a lot of favors, a lot of positive energy and vibrations. You may have to take help from your spouse or a person very close to you. And if you're all alone, you just need to learn from the surrounding and adapt accordingly. When thrown into an adverse situation, you will see that you will shine bright and rise and excel in your life. For Scorpio Ascendant, this is an exceptionally brilliant time. Just don't let ego and overconfidence shadow this brightness and positive atmosphere. Sagittarius Ascendant. Sun rules your 9th house and Sun moves in the 10th house. This improves your name, fame. This makes you famous in your own personal sphere. Your social life will increase and people will know you because of your accomplishments. People working in civil services or people trying to get a government job will see something positive going their way. It's a good time to build your career, to show your strength and deep dive into your career and figure out the right path for yourself. Sun will give you that opportunity and that guiding light by which you can make a successful name for yourself. Now, this is the time when you have to be very careful how you are projecting your personality, because any egoistic projection will take away the fame, will take away the positive vibrations around you. You should be a team leader and not an individual player during this time. Show the courage, show the compassion and show that creativity. Remember, 10th house is also experiencing Mercury and then in future it will experience Venus energy. That means you will have to be very practical. You will have to be capable enough to pick up things out of the ashes and like a phoenix, rise from the ashes. But if you are lazy, if you're procrastinating, if you're delaying things, then this will be a waste of your time. Try to be more on the toes, but just ensure that you are maintaining that work-life balance. Otherwise, too much focus on the career and too much attention towards your own image, and you will fail to achieve anything in personal life. Overall, it is a positive time, just that you need to keep your actions and yourself under check. Capricorn Ascendant. For Capricorn Ascendant, Sun rules your 8th house and the Sun moves in the 9th house. This 8th Lord going into the 9th house is the time or a journey where you learn more about your scriptures, your gurus, your culture. It is the time when you learn and be more close towards dharma. So visit temples, get associated with spiritual people, learn spiritual knowledge. Also people looking for advancement in the field of PhD, science, technology, in the grammar, literature, art and craft will see some great boost, especially in advanced studies. For a general person, this is the time when you will have to take care about your own finances. This is the time when your words of your spouse can hurt you, and so you will have to maintain that composed, calm and cool mindset. The insecurities might clog you and you might just wish to run away, but this is the time to follow your duty, follow your dharma. This following the dharma attitude will bring much needed transformation in your life and will give you a lot of positive approach, positive energies. 9th house Sun is definitely a very good time, especially for somebody who is experiencing a retrograde Saturn in the first house. This also gives Saturn an opportunity to understand its dharma, and therefore this is the time when the recovery in your life begins. So cherish this moment, and if you really want to recover from debt, from any major circumstance, this is the time when you can move and take decisions in the positive direction. Aquarius Ascendant. Sun rules your 7th house, goes in the 8th house, gets mixed with Mercury and Venus. This is a bad time for relationship and relationship related issues. Try to avoid from getting into any dispute. You have to support your spouse and the success of your spouse. And if you are doing any business and when you are investing money, be careful how you're investing. The investment should be made practically. It's a time when you will have to tread with caution, but you will also have to face your biggest fears. Because if you try to run away, the light of the sun in the 8th house, which is already going to illuminate the difficulties and the mysterious circumstances, which will now come into vision, and you cannot run away. If you try to run away, it will only try to bring more attention by creating more problems and more pain. Remember, if there is a problem in the body, there will be a pain, and pain is nothing but a way to bring your attention to that area so that you can heal that area. So take this transit as a healing transit. Also encourage your life partner and people around you to work together. There's this team building activity, even in the personal sphere, should be the theme of your actions during this time. Sun in the 8th house will also give you an opportunity to recover from the medical issue. So do live a holistic lifestyle, do follow a holistic lifestyle, and this is also the time when your insecurities will be very high, so this can make you more and more vulnerable. So what should you do? You should work towards the weak points by understanding your strength areas and not get down and not get depressed by looking at the difficult areas of your life. This is the sun transit. Sun is all about life and light, and when it goes in the house of death, remember, when life meets death, life wins. Pisces Ascendant. Sun rules your 6th house, Sun goes in the 7th house. Definitely this is the time to address your spouse's life, their matters, their existence, their personality. You need to appreciate more. You need to show your gratitude. You need to show your affection towards people who are helping you, who are always with you. Otherwise, this will drag the age-old dispute in relationship, in marriage, in dealing with people around you. Especially if you are dealing with a team, that you might see that members of the team are working against you or complaining about you to your supervisors. Take care of that. by showing humbleness, by showing your willingness to work for them, by you showing the willingness to serve instead of being just like a king, you will see that you will show that humbleness and you will be recognized because of your efforts. This is the time to bow down your head and work constantly towards growth and success for not only yourself but for everybody else around you. Seva is the theme of this Sun transit in the 7th house. This is also the time when people around you might criticize you, so take that criticism constructively. Jupiter is in your 1st house. Just that you should not sway away from your own usual track because of a feedback. Feedback should be taken constructively, but don't lose your track unless the feedback is very important and it makes some sense. Otherwise, this Sun transit will give you a lot of hope, growth, and success.